Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides to life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get it out of that coffin. You tried lifting your lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You then try to bang on the lid, hopefully that somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to be on drugs and alcohol. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn for help. In reality, there are people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think, today, yes, today, you're going to die. Usually, though, you don't think about death when you're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that you might just overdose and take something that God had given you called your life away from you? If that's not bad enough, what about taking your life away from your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your children, your grandchildren? With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I just spoke about. Instead, call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you, I will help you take your life back. Today, we have a special returning guest. His name is SHORTSTOP. Hello, SHORTSTOP.
Hi.
SHORTSTOP and I are going to talk about peer pressure. And a lot of you folks probably want to know what is peer pressure. Well, I'm going to wrap it up in a nutshell. Peer pressure is when someone or a group of people, either at your school, your church, or in your neighborhood, puts pressure on you to do things. Now, there's good peer pressure and there's bad peer pressure. But right now, SHORTSTOP and I are going to talk about the good peer pressure. The bad peer pressure. Say that 10 times quick. Negative peer pressure. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to ask SHORTSTOP some questions, and he is going to answer them. SHORTSTOP, what is underage drinking?
Well, underage drinking is getting arrested, having social problems, long-term effects on your brain, and physical problems because drinking alcohol can cause you to get sick, such as alcohol poisoning, and potentially dying from that.
Okay, what about underage smoking? That is a negative thing. What is it?
The consequences to underage smoking is developing heart disease, leukemia, and the most important one is lung cancer.
Okay, let's turn this down a little bit. Hold on 1 second, folks. We are going to turn this down a little. Okay. So, what about pressure to steal?
Consequences to stealing is, of course, going to jail. And also, stealing can change how people value you as a person. It can give people negative thoughts about you, and also this can go on your permanent record.
Wow, that's a bad one. Well, you know what? I know most of us in school had pressure to fight. What about pressure to fight physically harming someone? What are the consequences?
The consequences to fighting or physically harming someone is this could lead to going to jail for assault, or or killing someone, which could mean going to jail for a very long time. And if you are pressured to fight someone at school, that could lead to getting suspended.
So those are the negative peer pressures. And I just want shortstop, just where I put a red line, the question. Don't read the whole answer. Just read me all the negative peer pressures. Just the question. What is smoking? Go ahead. First one would be pressure. Oh, no, you're in positive. Negative. Underage drinking is number 1, right?
Yep.
So we don't want to do that. What's number 2?
Underage smoking.
What's the next one?
Pressure to steal.
And the next one?
Pressure to fight, physically harming someone.
Okay, so now we're going to go to positive. Positive peer pressure. Positive peer pressure. Pressure to go into college. What is that?
Getting pressure to go into college can have a positive effect on you. It can encourage you to figure out what you want to do with your future. It can encourage you to get your grades up and make a plan for yourself.
What about pressure to go into school on time?
Getting pressure to come to school on time can teach you a lot of values, such as being on time in the future for jobs and stuff.
Pressure to join school activities.
Being pressured to join school activities can be positive because it will teach you to become more social by making more friends. Also, a lot of school activities looks good on college applications. And joining school activities keeps you out of trouble.
Well, nobody likes the next one. Pressure to follow rules.
Being pressured to follow rules is positive because following the rules keeps you out of trouble. It helps you keep your mind focused on the positive things. And if you follow all the rules, you will be rewarded later in life.
Pressure to respect others.
Respecting others can get you very far in life. And this is positive because if you respect others in return, they will respect you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Also, if you have a lot of respect for others, people will have a positive view of you.
So why don't you go over the positive ones one more time, the questions.
Pressure to get into college, pressure to come to school on time, pressure to join school activities, pressure to follow the rules, pressure to respect others.
Shortstop, have you ever had any positive peer pressure? Has anybody ever asked you to follow rules or go to school on time? Who would be the people that would ask you to do all that?
Probably principals and my parents.
What about bad peer pressure? Has anybody ever tried to get you to do that?
No.
Well, that's good. So these are peer pressures. As you folks can tell, there is always positive peer pressure and there is always negative. Shortstop, which one would you follow, positive or negative peer pressure?
Positive.
And there's a reason for that. It's because we want to go somewhere in life. We want to be respected. We want to follow rules. We don't want to smoke. We don't want to do drugs. We don't want to do anything that might affect our lifestyle or our life in general. And remember, folks, children especially, whatever you do in school, your parents will know eventually. Your principals will know eventually. So follow the rules. Just do the right thing and don't let peer pressure. Just because your neighbor and his friends are smoking does not mean you have to smoke. It doesn't mean you have to drink. But if they follow the rules, I want you to follow the rules. I want you to respect others. And remember, peer pressure. Always remember peer pressure. It's a good thing when it's utilized in a positive way. It's a bad thing when it's not followed at all. Folks, Shortstop is going to say goodbye now.
Bye, guys.
And this was, I believe, his, what is it, your 5th or 6th appearance? 6th appearance on here. He hasn't been on here in a while. But again, the title of this this show was Peer Pressure. There's always positive peer pressure and negative. Which one will you choose? I choose to choose positive peer pressure, and so should you. If you have any questions, again, call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise I will help you take your life back.
and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember,